So it's the 29th of March, and this is one of the first couple days we've had where the temperature's been over 10 degrees or double digits. It's about 15, 16 today, the first day I don't have my coat on. So we've had a late spring, and looking at a lot of these fields that have had flood damage to them, and a lot of them as well too, because we cut the last cutting off so late, we went through a drought in June, which is really hard on the plants. And then we had that rain later in September, and there was a lot of grass that was there from the middle of October to the first week of November, and we didn't have anywhere to cut it. So people went out there and decided, okay, it's got to come off, there's too much on here. They went out there and cut it. And then the problem was, because we cut it late, those crowns of the plants don't have enough time to regrow and re-energize and put enough sugars in the plant to make it through the winter if we get a hard winter, which is exactly what we had around the middle of December. It got down to minus 15, minus 20 with the winds howling out here in Sumas Prairie and Chilliwack as well too. So with the drought, then the flood we had in November, then the cold weather that we had in December, a lot of these fields like these ones here are basically gone. And if you take a look at some of the plants, they're basically, there's nothing left of them anymore. They're basically dead. The odd plant is growing, some fescue has made it through, but all the rest is basically gone. So there is, the Ministry of Agriculture has a program through the government program where they will sponsor you to plow a field like this up. They'll give you about $880. You got to fill the paperwork out to plow it up and reseed it. If you overseed it, they're only going to pay about $35. And a field like this that's about 4 or 5 years old, there's no sense doing that. I mean, you can overseed it, but it's simply, in a year or two, you're going to plow it up anyway because it just simply isn't thick enough. So fields that aren't new seeding from the year previous or maybe 2 years old, to overseed those is fine, maybe at 20 pounds an acre. But any of the other fields, you're better off dollar for dollar to collect your $880, plow it up, get a new field, and come fall time, you'll have 3 or 4 good cuts off of it, which will make a big difference to fill the bunkers up. A couple other people are going to say, look, there's nothing much here. I'm just going to grow some extra corn this year, make sure I fill my bunkers up. So take a look at the fields. It's warm enough today, it's the 29th of March. I would most definitely fertilize all your cover crops in Chilliwack that aren't too badly affected. Fertilize those ones. Your grass fields can be done the next couple days, probably by the 1st of April to the 5th of April. Make sure you fertilize your grass. 200 pounds of 40-00 should give it a good boost to get it going. Figure out your crop program. Maybe take some of the corn fields, put them in new seeding grass. Take the worst grass field, plowed up, put it in the corn. So we just simply speed up our rotation and get everything all done on time. So hopefully this weather holds for a while. We get drier spring going forward. We can get our new seeding grasses in. We can then get our cover crops in too. If we get wetter weather coming up in the months of April, because we really want to get the new seeding grasses in by the 15th, 20th of April, if we extend it because we can't get all the field work done, you may have to look at putting a bit of cover crop down, maybe 50, 60 pounds of barley is probably the best thing to shield the ground a little bit so the heat doesn't dry it out so fast. And then we'll see how the spring goes.